Yeah. Okay.
Hey, look at that. Matt joins right as we go live.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
He's taking his time. He's got the camera on.
Hello,
What mask you got today?
Do we need to go ahead and do a advisory for anybody that
A parental advisory?
No, advisory for the white right wingists.
Oh Lord!
It's like we're not going to talk about motovlog stuff. We're not going to really talk about motorcycles.
Well, okay. I haven't caught up and watched that yet. What happened?
Nothing.
Nothing. We're live now. We can't talk now. Thanks.
Well, it didn't come up till we went live.
Well,
No, it was like Anthony was trying to keep us on track on motovlog stuff, and it would last for like about 20-30 seconds, and then we'd veer off to another topic.
and I like the whole explanation that CT had was the closest thing we're doing coming to motorcycles will be KLRs. That's the closest thing we're coming to. Other than that,
Or talking junk about Cycle Cruiser.
Cycle-Loser.
Cycle Cruiser.
Oh my God.
Christ, we went from 6 waiting to 3 watching. Damn. Okay.
Yeah, as soon as we went live and they said, "Oh shit, that's them guys." I must have clicked on the wrong thing.
Oh shit. Let's see here.
Hey, around and around.
Yeah, I forgot to send Clinton. I got to send Clinton an email. Damn.
Clinton knocking at the door, beating his little knuckles raw, trying to get in.
I'm slipping here.
What they lock me out? What they do wrong?
They don't like you, know.
I didn't do it for a week, and I just kind of disappeared.
Yeah,
Oh my God! Here comes Matt. I'm ready, Matt.
he hasn't bought his Border Mall ticket yet.
Look at the big sign. Look at that.
Oh god.
No, that's not all. I'm sitting here waiting on him.
How many blisters has he got on his fingers when he had to use the knife to cut the tape off?
Hey, I've got to show this stuff off. Then we'll get to that.
Oh, Matt Man.
You sent him a vibrator, didn't you?
I did.
Matt Man, I got my package. Thank you so much. You are a kind soul.
No, now listen, the consoles are right there with 2 ATVs.
Yeah, them too. Oh, look at that.
Check that out.
Big time.
Is that not the coolest stuff ever?
That is sweet.
They misspelled it. It's supposed to be lowercase M's.
Hey, Mike.
Oh God, don't get him started. We've gotten so many text messages this week.
Oh, I had to go correct that. I got the other one in the shop.
Well, I'm sure he'll. Don't get me started. God bless it.
He just got his BP down, you guys.
Yeah, remember his blood pressure.
He'll wear one of those meters that go boop, 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 boop.
If it's too high, just tell your wife I'll pick all day. Keeps the doctor away.
Just tell that you can't go too high because you'll turn big and green.
2 ATVs. Just hang on to that sign. I'm sure he'll be asking you to subscribe to him soon.
Hey. Today.
A little bit.
If you hadn't already.
Damn.
That is shoddy. He won't change his freaking name.
Yeah.
Well, he really doesn't have to.
Nope.
No.
Actually, technically, if Matt decided to sell something, then yes, he would. Because if Matt started selling stuff,
he would have to trademark the name.
Yeah. But in the U.S., you don't actually have to like go through the legal proceedings. You can just start selling stuff, and they'll automatically, within the U.S. and some weird law, because I watched some video, some lawyer talking about it.
Yeah, that's a DBA, doing business as.
Yeah, but it also depends on how long the person's had the name too. I'm well, trust me, I'm well aware of that because years ago there was a band over in Europe that That
Dante
had
Fox,
my name.
yeah.
Get your stickers today, people. 1 cent a piece.
He's selling stuff.
They come with a penny. Postage paid.
Is that with free shipping?
They
That's 2 pennies too expensive.
they tried to get me to give up my Twitter account and my YouTube channel years ago.
Yeah.
And I basically said I basically responded, "How deep are your pockets?"
He would be so mad. He would
You
definitely
would
think
still
that.
have to fight it, but I don't know. I just think it's the motovlog community is so small anyway. It's shitty.
Thank you guys so much. You just don't know how much I appreciate it.
I like that. That is sweet.
Well, I'm just sorry it took so damn long to get them sent to you.
Guys, that's not just painted in there. That is he's routed it up.
Yeah.
Router. How do you say it? Routed it.
Routed it.
Used the router.
It's been rooted.
We in the South.
Rooted. It's been rooted.
He done ran the rotor rooter.
Yeah,
Roto rooter.
And that one's just awesome. I'll tell you. What do you think about that, Mike? Huh?
it's a hunk of junk. It should say KLR across the bottom. He screwed up, dude. I'm sorry.
But no,
I started to put Kawasaki WR250R or whatever it was.
WR2. That's Yamaha, but you're not even in the right zip code with that one.
Now let's talk about packaging.
Oh my God.
She did a number
First
on
off,
it, didn't
let's
she?
just make things clear. I love you. Let's start there.
She
Let me
didn't
tell
want
you.
nothing to happen to it.
Okay, I got the package while I was at work. My wife texted me and she says, "What are these people sending you?"
What are these people sending you?
And I get home and I think I want to do this on live, and then I thought, no. She said I could go ahead and open it. I just had to see it. So after sharpening my knife about 4 times, taking 3 water breaks, and I got to it finally. And
Wore the right hand out, had to go to my left hand.
yeah, I think I had about 2 truckloads of trash went to the dumpster the next day.
She's really kind of. She's trying to give a carpal tunnel.
After I threw it away, I thought I should have kept that and sent every bit of that back to her and just duct taped the crap out of it.
Somebody buying something on eBay would have got it. Don't worry.
That is true.
That's what we do here. We recycle every bit of it that we buy stuff. We save every bit of it that goes on eBay.
Well,
I just noticed it didn't have your Versus don't have the black line on the back of it. I've been doggone.
You messed up. You gotta make another.
Sorry about that. I looked up.
Make him another, and I want to package it again.
No.
She just wants to wrap it.
No, I love the one I got. I appreciate it. And I have seen those lines on something.
Yeah, I looked them up on the Kawasaki Versus emblems, and they have it for each side. The black line went on whichever direction it would facing it went.
I've seen it, yeah.
With the black on. I guess the wrong year model.
I think that's pretty good. What are these people sending you?
Yeah. Yeah, I got a text. What are these people sending you?
My response would be, I don't know, is it ticking?
Well, I have to say, we
Out of the
sold over
house.
3,000 items on eBay, and we've only had 2 to get damaged in shipping. So I think we're doing pretty good.
And the tape company, we keep the Clear Tape Company in business.
Yeah,
The exact text was, "What the heck are people sending you?" And a big surprise emoji face. Along with a picture of it that says glass.
yeah, that's another secret. If you put that on your boxes, they'll handle it with better care. I've got friends that work at FedEx, UPS, and the post office, and they're like, if you put glass on, they're like, most of the time we'll take better care. So hell, I put glass on everything now.
Do not top or
Shh.
Shh. What?
Shh. Overland's listening.
Oh, is he? Okay.
What does he want to buy? I'll send it to
There
him.
he is.
Let's see what about.
Overland.
Make him one, Daryl. I'll pack it.
Overland.
Can't hear you, buddy.
Already muted.
Can't hear you. It's muted.
My God, I just started. God, don't tell me Mike is here. Oh, I want to say something bad. What the hell happened last week? Just for starters now. What the F happened last week?
Dante took a vacation. You know how that is, right?
I didn't really take a vacation, but
Well,
He's studying Portuguese. That's it.
Overland. What do you think, buddy? What do you think?
Oh, beautiful. I just read love.
I don't know, man. That big black stripe's a little bit crooked. I don't know, man.
Oh, hey, I told you, Daryl. Make another, and I'll send it to him.
My great two friends Overland made this two ATVs.
I love it.
I just packed.
I don't know why Dante
for the low price, they'll make a KLE for you.
KLE.
Look at it. Do you know why he says it's crooked? He's always on KLR on his mind, so it's a crooked mind.
I am not Mike.
Now you do know, hey, Daryl, they'll need some of them KLR signs though for when they put them all in the history museum.
That's great. I'll even pack those and send it to them. Now, y'all want to hear something funny? Tell them about the guy that bought the lamp, what his feedback was.
Just remember, you send me anything, you package it like that, vengeance is hell.
I just take extra care in what I do.
I'm just saying. Remember,
it doesn't have to be done over again.
I'm just saying. Remember, vengeance is hell, and I learned from the best.
Hey, Dante. Believe you me, Dante. As soon as I went back,
you'll have to make it up with signs saying Kawasaki KLR parts needed, no longer available.
After opening that, the next day I went to work and counted how many cases of tape I had in the warehouse.
Let's see. Got any bubble wrap, Matt?
No, hold on. I'm not going to stop at tape.
Come over to the house. I got some Gorilla tape.
Yeah,
and a roll of 100-mile-an-hour tape.
Let's put things in perspective. There was a guy when I worked at the machine shop. He had an engagement ring. He was wanting to give it to his girlfriend for Christmas. It involved about 15 boxes. Each one got bigger.
Yeah, done that.
And we use spray foam.
Oh my goodness! Oh gosh! Made her work for it.
And we wrapped each box.
Did she get to the wedding?
he said it took her an hour to get to the ring.
She got there, but she was an hour late.
I bet it didn't take that long to unwrap it on the wedding night,
That would have been good paybacks for her, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it, though? 3 or 4 chastity belts.
It's payback time.
Well, now let's see, Matt. Since you got any bubble wrap, I need it clean, dust free, and odor free. Got any of that?
No.
Or piece of memory foam?
You want to get rid of? Sorry.
I got plenty of bubble wrap, but I don't think any of it will fulfill that requirement that you mentioned.
I've got something you can use.
Oh
What's
my
that?
God!
Fiberglass insulation.
That does not bother me. Daryl will tell you that. That stuff does not bother me one bit.
It gets me though.
I
I'm
laid all the
trying-
insulation in the floor at the house, and it didn't bother me.
Yeah, I'll put it this way: packing peanuts.
Oh God!
Those don't bother me either.
I hauled a 53-foot trailer full of them damn things. They actually took a big hose and blowed them damn things in the back of my truck. And then they took a vacuum cleaner to suck them out of it.
Holy
Now, what
moly.
you needed was the DOT to come in and say, "I'm looking in your trailer. I don't want to do that. You won't want to do that. I don't want you looking in there." And they
I
popped it
don't think
open and
y'all
all
should
the
do that.
I don't think you really want to do that because it's going to take us a while to put it all back in your.
It's going to take us a while just to open the damn doors.
Because the DOT in California opened the trailer full of ping pong balls once. The driver said, "I wouldn't open that." Well, I get to do what I want, and he opened the whole trailer, and they went bouncing down the shoulder of the road everywhere.
It could
He
be
couldn't get the door
worse.
shut.
Could be tennis balls. Could be worse.
I get to do what I want. So he said, "You know, buddy, you get to put them back in too."
Or golf balls.
And they got to be clean.
The hardest
Oh.
The hardest time I ever had crossing into one of those states was I went into Florida one time. You know, you got to stop at the agriculture station going into Florida, and I had a load of FEMA stuff on the back in my trailer. I was hauling a load of FEMA for a hurricane that was coming up. It was supposed to hit Florida, and I handed him the bills. And he said, "What is in your trailer? I need an itemized list of what's in your trailer." I said, "Sir, this is all I got. Federal government papers." He said, "Well, let me think." Call my supervisor. He said, "Pull over to the side." And I said, "You gonna?" I said, "The only way you breaking that damn seal is it's gonna be a federal agent here to break this freaking seal. It ain't gonna be a state guy." I said, "Because what I had was I wasn't just hauling water or something like that. What I had in that trailer. I mean, this trailer's got FEMA wrote all over the sides of it. Everything.
That's why they want to open.
And what I had was what was the equipment for the search and rescue teams in case that storm had got real bad. That I would have had. I had to stay with that trailer the whole time, and everything else would surround. You know, I had all the extra equipment that search and rescue teams would need to get in and out of the houses and stuff. I said, "Y'all, you don't want to break the seal on this one." I mean, I did have them break the seal on a load of paper one time. I said, "That ain't no big deal. Just sign that you broke the seal. I don't care." But with that FEMA, there was going to be a federal agent that come out there to cut the seal on that damn FEMA load. It wasn't going to be. But they finally let me go without doing it, without cutting the seal. But
well, you think it being federal that they'd have to, if they forced it, they'd have to have a federal person there.
yeah,
Well, they've changed the law since then.
yeah. But I mean, but this had FEMA. Yeah, it wasn't a Landstar trailer I was pulling. It had FEMA wrote all over the side. This bastard. And then
So you know there was no.
Yeah, it used to be you couldn't open mail truck.
yeah,
It was illegal. You go to prison. And a guy did open one of our mail trucks once down in Lordsburg Scale down there in New Mexico. And it took the feds 8 hours to get to him to arrest him. They cuffed him and stuffed him. So they changed the law after that. So you can open a mail trailer, but you better have a very good reason, and you better fill out a lot of paperwork to explain why you open that trailer.
I bet you they won't touch any of the trucks we have.
Oh, they won't. Your trucks are probably have black Suburbans following them.
I know the postmaster, they've got a post office at the local college here, and the postmaster got fired because he opened a package that was suspected drugs, and it was drugs, and they went and arrested the people, and then he got fired.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, I hadn't heard of that before. Because the postal inspectors have more power than FBI agents.
Well, he lost his job over it. He's
It
working
must have been one of the
construction.
politicians' drug dealers.
Well, we did just have a mayor get arrested.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he was speeding, and the cop pulled him over, and he wouldn't identify the other person in the car, and so the cop.
Oh,
And
the girlfriend.
No, it was his brother.
It was a son?
It was his brother, and his brother had warrants out for his arrest.
Oh, harboring a fugitive.
Oh.
I think the funniest thing I've seen, I was coming home one night. Or was it? This was a few years ago. I was coming home from work. I seen this sheriff pull up behind his black Suburban, light him up. And then the black Suburban turns its lights on. And I said, oh, because it had official use plates on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting there like, okay, this sheriff deputy is going to pull over the Suburban for speeding. He lit him up, and sure enough, the Suburban turns its lights on. I said, okay, they're going to have a nice little chat alongside the road.
Was that in Ohio or was that in West Virginia?
That was West Virginia.
Well, I have.
It had District of Columbia official use plates on it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's somebody you don't mess with.
Probably the FBI or CIA.
It was a black Suburban. I seen it go flying by. I said, District of Columbia official use, huh? And here comes the sheriff's deputy. I said, no, you're not.
I know one time, there for a while, for about a whole month, that every U-Haul truck that I seen in the state of Ohio, they had them. They were out there unloading every bit of the stuff people had in the U-Haul trucks. I mean, they must have had. I know I seen 15 or 20 of them pulled over with, and they were unloading them all. So, can you imagine how pissed off I'd be if they unloaded it and said didn't find anything, and then they left you to load it back?
You see, a lot of people were smuggling Portuguese back then.
A friend of mine was in the Marines, and he was helping out in the motor pool, and one of his higher ups says, we need you to deliver this Suburban. You can go as fast as you want. They won't bother you. So he was in one of those official Suburbans. He was flying. He says a cop came out to pull him over, turned off its lights, and it followed him for a little bit, and it turned off its lights and went back to the median. In other words, I don't want to mess with that.
I got pulled over once on Interstate 81 coming from Dublin to Pulaski, and I got caught for speeding a 76 and a 65. And the state trooper pulled me over, and he said, "Ma'am, you're in a hurry, ain't you?" I said, "Yep. Got to get to my lawyer's office and sign my divorce papers."
Did he let you go?
No, I had paid my ticket. I told him, I said, "I'll pay it. Just hurry up."
I'll pay it. Just hurry up.
Yeah, I did.
I got shit to do.
I did. I was in a hurry to get to the lawyer's office.
You got fined for 76 on the 65 zone? For
Yeah,
real?
they're pretty tight on. You can do 5 over, but anything over that, yeah, they'll get you.
Virginia's pretty strict. That's
Really?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
No, they don't have to let you go 5 over.
Well,
They don't have to.
The cops here in town, the town, county, and state, they're as long as you're not doing 5 over, they're good.
I've done 60 over, had no troubles.
Who was pushing you, Mike?
I'll tell you what. There's a
Mike speaks.
going up 81 and I can't remember the name of the road, but it crosses over when you're going through Washington. Although you actually go through, and there's a certain exit, and it says for NSA employees. They do not like it when you go through there and run a war driving app.
Wait, what?
Unless you have 2 meters and wear something green, flashing green.
Unless you're doing what?
What was that last part you said, Cave Troll?
Yeah.
A war driving app.
Oh.
They do not like that one bit. It's pretty much what you're doing is you're scanning for open signals.
Yeah.
Not even supposed to have radar detectors in Virginia.
No.
Nope.
Is it allowed?
No, they're illegal.
They're illegal in Virginia.
Yeah, I know. If you had them, they're not.
Yeah, they're still illegal if they catch you running it.
So what you do is you put it on a toggle switch and you hide it somewhere, and then that way when they pull you over, you just turn it off, and then they can't find it.
Oh,
Well, I just about got in trouble one night, and there used to be a restaurant down here called Bella that served all kinds of food. Well, that was the local hangout for all the cops, the city, the county, and the state. We were sitting there one night, and the state police was sitting on the table beside us, about 10 of them. So we got talking to them about cars, and I told that one guy, and he was the last one walking in, and I said, you're still driving a Crown Vic? He shook his head. He said, yeah. He said, I got the least seniority. He said, I get stuck with the crappiest car. And I said, yeah. So, well, I got a show tourist that needs some work that you can have. And the one guy spoke up and he said, yeah. He said, I drive the Interceptor for the state of Virginia because it's a show tourist. And I said, nice. And so we kept getting the talk. So we walked outside with them. And I told the one state trooper, I said, the tires are flat. I thought, sure, he would give me a ticket, didn't you? I was like, I'm just joking.
I asked them if they want to race. They busted out laughing.
You want to race? No turning lights off when you lose. That's a sore loser.
Well, Daryl here, Dummy, he says on Route 11 on a Friday evening at 5 o'clock in the summer, he said, I'm going to take the old red truck out and blow the soot out of it. I said, on Route 11 on a Friday evening at 5, I said, you are stupid. So I'm sitting here not saying a word. All of a sudden we get to Exxon. He's still blowing 65, almost 70 into 35. And I was like, I looked at him and I said, he's got you. Sure enough. So he gets off on the exit, turns on up. I said, you might as well go ahead and pull over. I said, he's going to get you. He comes to the car. He's standing there. He looks at Daryl and he said, going a little fast, wouldn't you? So Daryl starts to get out of the vehicle, and I said, no, don't do that. I said, just put your hands on the steering wheel. That's all. So he tells Daryl he's a license and registration. He goes to his car, and he comes back. He's looked at Daryl. He was shaking his driver's license. He said, you got a CDL, don't you? Daryl said, yes, sir, I do. And he looked up, and he said, slow it down next time it walks out.
Well, it's a 91 Chevrolet. And I finally found a place that I could actually buy fuel without that daggum.
Honey, it was Friday evening.
Yeah, but it was still. I found a place that I could buy fuel, gasoline for that didn't have ethanol in it. So I was just trying to blow the damn ethanol shit out of it.
That's not permitted.
I mean, it wasn't designed. It 91 model wasn't designed for running that
got you some real dinosaur fuel, didn't you?
Yeah, I found some, and it was 93 octane, and didn't have. It was supposed to be 100% gasoline, so I was just going to try to get while I had a tank full of that in it. I was going to try to burn it out a little bit.
Well,
and it ran good.
But
yeah, it cleared up.
But officer, I got shit to do.
Well, we have really good cops here where we're at. I mean, they are really, really nice about everything. And so when we ride our ATVs, we have to go down the road here. It's paved and it's state maintained. What, about 1/8 of a mile or something? It's not very far, but it's just far enough for us to get in trouble. So we had to go to the sheriff's department one day and talk to the sheriff, and I said something to him. I said, oh, by the way, I said, if your deputies come back up to the house and say anything to me about me riding the ATV on a state maintained road, I said, I've been doing it for 35 years and I'm not stopping anytime soon. And he just looked at me. And so I told him, I said, you know, I said, in the state code, I said, you can ride one on the road, on a state maintained road, as long as it's the shortest route possible. He looked at me and kind of cracked a big smile. He says, that your interpretation? I said, then how else am I supposed to get there? He kind of shut his mouth up and he was like, oh, you got me on that one. He laughed. He told me, he looked at me and he looked at me and kind of laughed. He said, just don't let my deputies catch you. And I said, when I crest the top of that hill, all I got to do is get in my neighbor's yard and drive all up alongside the road. I said, they can't say anything to me then because I'm on private property. I said, all of our neighbors do the same thing. And he was just, okay. And then my one neighbor up here, she tried to call law on me, and I never ride my ATV past her house. She was just vindictive. So she called the cops. And then he came up here and he said, ma'am, he said, I got a report that you've been riding ATV on a state maintained road. And this was years ago. And I said, yeah, I did yesterday, sir. I said, but not today, because it was like 9 o'clock in the morning when he got here. And I had the four-wheeler sitting outside all night. And I told him, I said, come around here. I said, I want you to feel the muffler. I said, because that's the first thing that gets hot on the ATV. And he felt it. And he said, ma'am, you have not been on this thing this morning. I said, well, I said, if you caught me, I'll pay my ticket. So she ended up taking a warrant out for it. They served me a warrant a week later. So I went to court and I said, Daryl was like, he said, just go ahead and pay it. I said, no, I'm freaking fighting it. So went to court and she was standing there. She had recorded me on the camcorder. So Judge Lucaville, he looked at me and he said, Miss Horton, he said, did you ride the ATV on a state maintained road? I said, yes, sir, I did. I said, I've been doing it for 30-some years. I said, I'm not stopping. I said, if they were going to stop me, why didn't they stop me by now? So he looked at her and he said, he said, what proof do you have? And she said, well, I got a camcorder. I look at her and I said, well, play it. I said, I'm admitting right now what I've been doing, what I've done and what I've been doing all these years. And he looked at her and he said, what did Miss Horton do wrong? And I just stood there and looking at him, looking at her. And she said, well, Your Honor, she's been riding the ATV on a state maintained road. And he looked at her and he kept saying, but what did she do wrong? In other words, what he was saying was, what property was she destroying? What roads was she tearing up? And he dismissed it. And he looked at me. It was so funny because he looked at me and he said, case dismissed. He looked at me and said, have a very good day, Mrs. Ford. I walked out and I was like, yes, cha-ching.
Do you have license plates on those ATVs?
Nope.
No.
Ah, okay.
Oh, and then she's saying she don't have a helmet, she don't have signals, she don't have this, she don't have that. And I'm like, you're taking all the fun out of it, Ian.
That's all weight. Come on.
Optional.
Well, she walks her dogs up and down the road now. And
but those
earlier
are
in the spring, I told her, I said, she was walking down past the house and I hollered and I said, hey, I said, come here. I said, we can talk. And I looked at her and I said, I live here, you live there. I said, we're either going to get along or you're going to have to move. I said, because I'm not going anywhere. I'm not stopping anything I'm doing. So we talk now. We're on friendly terms now. So
you might as well. But you should have said you might as well buy it at ATV.
Yeah.
So those roads are closed. No, they're open roads.
They're
road.
State maintains.
if they're state maintained in this state, you're not supposed to have ATV on the road.
Oh, this is a clever looking device.
But those are dirt roads, right?
No, this one's paved. But we have to take the paved road to get to the private property to ride on. That's the thing.
Oh, overland.
What?
I saw something on YouTube that you might be interested in.
Is someone falling? No.
No. Why don't you enter the Red Bull Soapbox Derby and build your own derby car?
Yeah, it's there in Portugal.
Yeah.
Yes. Can y'all watch that on the Red Bull channel?
I've done that privately. I've been one.
I mean, I'd like to see what type of mobile you'd come up with.
Well, I've used a Ford Escort and the Ford Fiesta a few years ago, 25 years ago. And I did some. I'm a very passionate about David Demolition, and I used to watch on Eurosport how you Americans used to smash the trailers, the cars with trailers, and the cars, and the way man, I love that kind of concept. So I tried to do this in Portugal, but for security reasons and for a lot of reasons and license, they didn't let me bring David Demolition here to Portugal. So I got some kind of terrain, and me and some friends started doing that privately. And then there were 5, and then there were 10. And when we got to 50, the cops showed up and everyone was arrested for illegal racing. So that's the end of David Demolition.
Yeah, but these are soapbox derby cars, though.
No motors.
No motors.
I know motors.
Yeah, it's gravity.
Gravity.
Yeah, put in Red Bull.
I know. I have entered one of those races. It's the Red Bull race here. I have done one. I was I don't have the pictures here. All the pictures are at the company. I managed to get some kind of sponsor inside the company, and since we are an auction company, I made a car look like a hammer.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Just remember, don't put too much money into it, because if it rains, they'll cancel the entire event and you'll be out.
No worries. We have done an air bull drop. We call it a drop down here. And the rain appeared. No worry. Well, the car's made of paper. They had some issues.
Well, Matthew Cherrington put over almost $10,000 into the entire event, and they canceled it because it was raining down in Cincinnati, and he's out all that money. And
I
he's very upset.
I spent 200 years doing the car.
What year did you do it, Overland?
Let me check. I'm checking.
He's checking his files.
Yes.
Anyone take a look at that nifty little device I posted over on the side?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Dante, check your email, please.
Where do I have that?
Check my email.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. This must be the year of.
That does everything but give you a BJ there, Dante.
Well, see, it's a radio detector, but it looks like a camera.
About 2008.
Correct.
I mean, it is a camera. It has a dash cam built into it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, the funny thing is the same damn companies that make radar detectors makes the detectors of radar detectors.
Yeah,
that was so.
They make the radar guns and the radar detectors.
Yeah, they detect. They make the same. They make the equipment for you to think that you're doing good by running a radar detector. Well, the same company that makes that makes the detectors of the radar detector. So,
what about those jammers? They used to make jammers.
Well, jammer. Well, the Valentine one still has a jammer, but those are very illegal.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can construe that to interfering with police business type of thing. It'd be your ass.
Because I remember the truck drivers, they were wrapping fluorescent tubes with copper wire to absorb it into the fluorescent tube.
Yep. No bounce back.
No bounce back, so they couldn't get a reading.
Right.
I can show you videos from a bull run from, it's probably been about 6-7 years ago. This guy had 2 Valentine ones, one in each corner of the car, and he had them set to jamming mode. And because Because when the cop held up his radar and it came up air, that kind of gets their attention too.
Yeah.
So
It's fair to have something that sends them enough signal that blows it back at a slower speed.
well, the guy was obviously going at a pretty good pace. Well, when he pulled out to roll him, the guy was really rolling. The guy said, "Okay, I'm out of here."
Yeah.
You okay, Mike?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I know you're just mesmerized by my icon now.
Jealousy is an ugly feeling, you know.
I'm like,
Damn, Alex.
get that dash cam / radar detector and see if it's worth the shit. They're not illegal in my state. They don't like
Dash cams aren't legal in your state?
No. I said it's not illegal to have a radar detector.
Oh, okay.
They don't like to see them, but fuck them.
Okay. Let me check.
Well, you don't want their radar to interfere with your storm chasing radar on the bike.
Oh no, this is going on the Explorer.
The work truck.
That's not the work truck. Oh yeah, anyway.
Well,
I'm gonna put a bunch of spotlights on
So you made a giant hamburger then.
Somebody with a bright light.
Hammer, auction gavel.
Oh, you ought to see my Jeep lit up at night. Let's see.
No, Matt didn't get in the carb kit.
Yeah. I got excited when I saw that. Yeah, buddy.
It's not like we can ride right now anyway.
You can. You just put a ski on each foot.
and well, that's one way to drive the Gopher. Just put a ski on the front wheel. And
Actually, I really don't. I mean, it acts like a rudder anyway. The deeper the snow, the better.
well,
It
Matt,
doesn't-
you're quiet. Are you exhausted?
Hmm?
You're quiet. Are you exhausted or are you recovered?
No, I was looking for a picture of my Jeep at night. That it's not on this computer.
he's still trying to fix them blisters.
I asked if he was okay.
This is from the police chase. There's the Valentine one, and there's the two disruptor boys.
What the hell?
Punch it, kid.
What the hell?
See, I like watching these when they crash.
Yeah.
What kind of car is that?
That's a Ford GT.
Almost rooting for the cop.
We know one thing for sure. That's not a KLR motor in it.
Keep trying, KLR. I know you miss yours. That sounds like Dante's.
I play that sound in my head every day I drive the Gopher.
I don't have to play that loud sound in my head. I got to do is follow Dante.
Makes your skin nice and soft too, doesn't
My tires eating it.
Yeah, I know they're coming after us. Yeah, I know they're coming after us.
No shit. They're going after the grandma, that was on the side of the road.
There you go.
Well, like I said, you see the two bars up here, right? Those are disruptor bars. That's set to disrupt the signal so they don't get a response back. He has two of the fuckers.
Oh.
Yeah, I like watching the motorcycle ones and they wreck. It's just like, well, that's what you get for running.
Can't outrun a radio.
Nope. I can outrun one particular car, but you can't outrun Motorola.
We are miss you on a KLR.
Don't KLR stand for not really reliable? Not
Wow.
What did he say? I just had it in my mind.
Reliable,
Not
good.
Now less reliable.
Now less reliable. Oh, come on.
I just fixed him.
What'd you do? Muting?
Yep.
The problem is with Ohio is they like running that bear in the air.
Yeah.
There's no bear in the air down this area.
My guys.
We got as many choppers as we got patrol cars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You keep that up, Mike, and you're gonna have enough of us where we'll just keep you muted the whole time.
That's like when you cross over into the Virginia line, they even have signs that are like, we check by air.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and they do.
Which I want to be the guy that's hauling ass down the road, and then all of a sudden a plane
Oh,
lands right behind you with lights.
In the New River Valley, they don't chase you if you're speeding. They got cameras up at certain spots. They just send you a ticket in the mail.
See, in Tennessee, they can like the red light cameras and all. You can get them, but you don't have to pay them.
I see it this way. I always put a picture of Sheldon across the front windshield, and then I just play the back end. Hey, we got it.
I'll sit
So they make a spray paint that a clear coat that can go on your plate, and the regular light, cops can see it, but when a camera looks at it, it whites out your plate.
Yeah.
Overexposes.
That camera out there next to the mall, Cave Troll.
Yeah.
I've sat in Applebee's parking lot and watched that thing just flash, 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 flash.
Well, see, it was what, a year or two back when that Tennessee governor, senator, congressman, somebody, he ended up getting a ticket, and he got it in the mail, and he made a video of it and ripped it up and said he didn't expect anybody from Tennessee to pay those.
Yeah.
And that's why whenever I get the tickets in the mail, and I just throw them away, and then a couple weeks later I get the collection notice in the mail. It says on the letter that failure to pay this fine will not affect your credit report, your driving record, or your insurance.
Yeah.
So why am I going to pay this if it's not going to affect a damn thing?
Because
there's
a law-abiding citizen.
Well, no, because there's actually a law, unless your state has it written so, that you have to be hand delivered the citation.
No, we just don't have to pay them.
Well, if they pull you over in the state for something, though, they could arrest you for unpaid tickets, though.
No, it's not linked.
Oh, it's not linked. Oh,
no, the tickets don't even come from. They don't even come from the town or wherever you get the ticket.
Come from Portugal, probably.
Well, they leased that camera, and somebody else does the billing and all that stuff.
Yeah,
and the one out at Piney Flats, they've done turned it off. It don't even work, but it's still up there because the lease ain't up.
Yeah, they're supposed to be removing all of them once the leases.
Yeah,
in Tennessee, they're not allowed to renew any more of the leases on them.
They put one up in Wheeling. They put a speed camera up in Wheeling, and there was a whole big rigmarole because it was for people doing right hand turns. It was taking pictures and just issuing citations.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's unconstitutional.
One of the best one I heard about the cameras is one of my, well, he's an ex-employee now, but him and his girlfriend got in a fight. Well, he took her car and down in Jonesboro and just kept running the red lights and speeding back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Took her car home and parked it, and then got in the car and left.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm always ashamed of seeing this. I'm almost ashamed of saying this. It was 2004. I think it was the second.
Okay.
2004. And I can't get the pictures. They're on the server on my company. 2004. Oh my God. 15 years ago.
Well, it's time for you to do another one, Overland.
It's coming here to Portugal again. 12/19 because we had 12/18.
Right.
I've seen some pictures but it's not every year because I'm watching. It was from we had 2000, 2004, 2008. 4 and 4 years. That's it.
Hello, Miss Moto TV.
Hey, Miss
Yeah,
Moto.
yours was pretty entertaining to 2018.
How did
yes,
the
I've
surgery go?
seen some pictures.
She's very quiet. Hey, you don't look the same.
Hi, sexy people.
You look
How are
very,
you?
you look very red and yellow.
How you feeling?
Oh, like a horse stepped on my face.
A whore.
Yeah.
I hate when they do that.
Especially when it's fat.
Them damn whores.
Yeah, you know, every
Go
time I go to the bathroom and you get a glimpse in the mirror, I don't recognize my face. It's a new face and it's kind of weird.
Do you have to fight the urge to go woo?
No.
And moonwalk across the bathroom floor?
No, it's not that bad, thank God. No, I'm not doing that. No Michael Jackson.
Beat it.
No Joan Rivers either. And no Joan Rivers' daughter. Oh my God, they're all. Once and done.
So you're not addicted to Thriller music then?
No, once and done.
Jesus juice, little kids, none of that.
I tell you what. Now I understand why there's an opioid a crisis in Hollywood, because this shit hurts so bad. And I got it done once, and I didn't take any opioids. I just took ibuprofen. I just womaned up, and I did it. But the way it's a pain you'll never forget, and it's a pain that makes you say, "Why in the hell would you go back a second time to get more done?" So I guess Joan Rivers and all them stay doped up.
Yeah, 24/7.
Fuck no.
Wish I had some.
No, pain medication is worse than. I mean, like hydrocodone. Blocks you up. Like you get a load of cheese and you can't go to the bathroom. So just imagine being hurting in your face and you can't dump.
Yeah, that's why you're supposed to take stool softener.
That's
Yep.
okay. Just skip it all and just be a
Just
human
get you a
being
big
and just
bottle of Miralax. Trust me.
Miralax.
Miralax.
No, I just decided to hurt. So 2 days of hurting, and now it's. You know what it feels like? My skin is like getting sucked back onto my face. Like,
How long did they say before the swelling goes down?
They told me about 3 weeks. A lot of it went down now. I can probably go on camera. I still got stitches in my freaking nose and across my forehead here. Well, not my forehead, but my hairline.
Ooh,
So what they did was they
bikini
peeled.
line?
Yeah, they cut me from over the top of my ear, from ear to ear through my hair. Peeled my freaking face down.
Yep.
All right. Shaved my brow bone down in the front.
It was
And
kind of
then
like the
gave me
movie Face Off.
yeah.
I'm new here. I'm new here to the bunch, so let me get the picture. You came from Mexico?
Sounds like
She's hiding out.
Or from Portugal?
No.
She's on the run. Her
okay.
her police officer husband just doesn't know.
Yeah, she pissed Madonna off.
Hey, Mrs. Moto, do you have to change your driver's license? Do you have to get a new photo done now?
Hey, well, I am a vet, and I can just go in there and get a free one.
Okay.
I'm Army vet, but yeah, I probably need to change it. So they peeled my face down, ground down my forehead just to get it smooth a little bit. Then they raised my eyebrows.
Oh,
Then after they raised my eyebrows up, then they gave me a nose job and an upper lip lift. Yeah.
Not the Siegfried and Roy.
No, this is. It was enough. It was enough to make a difference, and it was. Fuck that! I ain't doing this shit no more. Never again. That was just fucked up. So how the hell are you bastards doing? You guys doing all right?
Apparently, we're doing a little bit better than you are right now.
Yeah.
I haven't peeled anything.
I need some marijuana.
Oh, hey. Ohio just opened all the dispensaries.
Really?
They opened 3 of them. Woohoo!
Yep, opened 3 of them.
You said Ohio?
Yeah.
Ohio now, huh?
Yep.
I don't have to go to Ohio. Just go.
Ohio.
Well, eventually, the whole United States is going to be stoned. They're going to be like Canada. If enough states legalize it, I mean, if 50% of the states legalize it, then they're going to go ahead and just, I mean, Trump will do something.
So we're gonna be a whole country of snowcats, right?
Well, just like every Canadian video you say, "Oh, smoke, eh? Oh, weed, eh? I never tried this before." So
we won't. Nobody will be able to bitch about Mexicans anymore. They'll just bitch about all the Orientals coming into the country.
That and the money.
We got Orientals coming here for what?
No. From Canada. That's Canada. Canada's their influx is people from Asia and shit.
You know, I heard about that. Especially, I heard about that up in the like Washington state. I heard it was. I seen videos. And I'm like, holy crap! What is
Dude, I was out there. I was out there in Spokane and Washington. Dude. Bad
over the ocean, huh?
Bad drivers for real. They can't even deal with a steering wheel.
Bad drivers and surgeons' masks.
I was stationed at Fort Lewis, in Tacoma, and it was like Little Korea.
Oh my gosh! Yeah,
they have like the K rails in the middle of the highway.
Yeah,
out there they're about I don't know 6-7 feet tall in the middle of I-5. Somehow this lady high centered her car on top of one.
It takes skill. Takes skill or a lot of romaine noodles.
Yeah.
Wow.
Koreans can't drive worth shit.
So I asked. There's an Asian woman that is one of my clients actually, and I sat her down and said, "Look, when I asked her, she bought the surgeon's masks, and she said it's a habit from the olden days where there was tuberculosis and diseases back in the olden days, like the 1800s, back then, and it just stuck. Wear a handkerchief. They got tuberculosis, and over there ran rampant.
Well, the biggest reason why they did for so long is even after that they still continued, because if you lived in a heavy industrial area, the smog was like unreal.
It's like breathing through a charcoal briquette.
Well, so she goes, "Well, you won't believe this. Let me show you something." So she pulls out a regular just a regular one that you get out of a cardboard box, like gloves, dispensable gloves, right? Just to throw away one. Then she pulls out a designer one. I
Oh yeah.
Designer one. Help
Oh yeah.
me. Really?
Actually, I think if you get sick over in Asia and if you don't have a face mask on, I think that's actually they fine you.
Get the fuck out of here. Really? They fine you for that? Really?
Yeah, I think
Oh
that's fine.
Lord.
Nah, it depends on the
No.
region you are.
Religion.
No, the region.
I think you're thinking of
area.
You're thinking of a different
Okay,
country.
whoa. I want everyone to take a moment and notice who was the one that brought up religion.
Region.
The Portuguese.
Yeah, I think you're thinking of the wrong religion and the wrong area.
Yeah.
Oh,
Someone needs a geography lesson. No,
A
I'm just kidding.
little more sand.
Yeah. And a little darker skin.
Well, there is sand down on the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah. Miguel must have a lot of sand in his crack right now. Every 3 weeks he's on vacation at the beach, at the nudie beach in France.
What? Did you just said John? Oh,
I got the
new-
pictures to prove it, Miguel.
Pictures. Oh, son.
Oh, no.
Remember, you sent me the pictures.
I was drunk, man. I was drunk. I hit the sand instead of the deletes.
You're drunk on the scenery?
There was a whole bunch of saggy white boobies on the saggy white sand.
Whole bunch of cottage cheese and cellulite. There you go. Let's get that going there.
Them French women, no bra for 50 years. They be hanging low.
And underarm hair.
And no shaving for those 50 years.
Yeah,
either.
that big hairy armpit, and they smell like the southbound end of a northbound rhinoceros.
That's right. Toilet water.
That's why they invented perfume all that millennia ago, to cover up the funkadoodle.
I'm going to say subscribe today, but I'm going to say subscribe tomorrow on that one.
Yeah. smells like lilac and tuna boat.
That sounds kind of sexy there. Lilac and tuna boat.
Yeah, a tuna lac.
Yeah.
Smells like a dish. It's a dish. Smells like cologne. Leave it alone.
Yeah.
So when's your next vacation, Overland? You've been working about a week.
Somebody's been licking that spoiled mayonnaise. Then in the sun. Ugh.
I think he's got to let that leg heal up before he can do anything.
Oh yeah, my leg still hurts. You're damn right.
What did you do to your leg?
Madonna to quit pulling on it.
Well, Madonna is doing something around my leg, but
It's something wrong.
Wake up!
Okay.
What he did, he tried to come to an abrupt stop.
Yeah.
Well, he did.
He fell over.
All green. Fall down, go boom, boom.
As usually say, I went down.
The camera
So
was
is
right on
Madonna
him
kissing
somehow.
it to make it better?
Mexican down.
Mexican down.
Mexican down. That's just so wrong. You guys should be a damn shame.
It's not the speed that kills you, it's the start and stop at the end.
It's the taco sauce.
Yeah, the taco sauce. Oh yeah, bleeding salsa.
You saw the picture. You saw the footage. I did well. I didn't fell on the floor.
I fell on the bike.
I fell on the bike. That's the way to do it. Come on.
Well, at least you fell on the correct side. You didn't burn yourself.
No. That's the wrong side. I felt. it's the muffler side.
Oh.
But it was a little bit chill, so it's okay.
It just seared. It cauterized it.
Well, yes.
I'm going to give him credit. He didn't assume the fetal position.
Yeah, don't tuck and roll. I'm telling you right now. Lay flat and
tried.
slide. Don't tuck and roll.
I tried, but inertia was there, you know.
Yeah,
Newton's
PLFs
law.
don't work when you're falling off a bike.
Yeah.
There's no chance.
Especially if it's
so
a
fast.
KLR.
It's all so fast.
No, he rides a KLE.
Ooh.
KLE. I'm a man. Come on. KLR is for babies.
So you take a KLR and you cut the motor in half and cut the frame in half. Matter of fact, you break the frame, then weld the frame back together. Now you got a KLE.
Yes, you're damn right. You well.
Really? I gotta take notes on that.
Overland.
Oh, Mike is on a rampage.
Everyone's busted up on the KLR now.
I would like, really, I would like to own a KLR.
What was that? A K or what? We didn't hear it.
He would like to own a KLR.
I would like
I don't
to
know
own
why.
a KLR, but I'm only afraid that some kind of mic. Come on, let me speak.
Do they let you import those into that country?
Yes.
Welcome everyone to
Yeah,
Dante
well-
Fox Live, where the only person who can talk is Muzzle Mike.
KLR.
He's awful quiet tonight.
That's because he's wearing his finger out flipping that button.
You know why? Because he blew the stuff last week. I saw the beginnings. I saw it. Cave Troll came to help, but oh, come on.
Oh, now.
Throwing it down.
Oh, thank God he muted me because I said I swear. So,
I swear.
oh my God! Shouldn't we have a?
I'm sorry, you're breaking up. You got that lag going again.
It's back. It's back.
It's because of the KLR.
Dante, don't ever give either one of them a rant.
Actually, no. Everyone can do this.
I know. I'm just saying, don't give them too much control.
Oh, not everybody can do it like Mike, though.
It would be ugly.
Someone should show the rubs to Muzzle Mike.
Some Mike was born with a talent. The fastest finger in the West.
I'm about to change my name because sharing the same name at that muzzle. I don't know.
Miguel Mike? Miguel Muzzle?
Talking about changing names.
No, don't do it. Don't you dare do it.
Don't do it. You had it first.
That's right.
Hey, I'm still wanting that check that's signed by motomattman.
Yeah. Oh man.
Well, we had a guy here.
Moto down there in the top.
We had a guy in Portugal that was called Peter Shit. So he was getting tired. Yes, he was getting tired of his name, and he was always complaining, "I'm so tired of being called Peter Shit." So one day he changed his name. Well, he was supposed to, so he changed it to George Shit.
That's not any better. Litter shit. There you go.
Can I copy his name? Sure, I can.
That's how you do it, right there.
Change it to Snowcat and see how long it takes for him to.
Oh God damn it! I'll do it tonight.
What's up, buddy?
Subscribe today.
You ready?
Goes tomorrow.
Give me some pajama pants.
What? Kawasaki?
The least was liable.
What? But
Here, let me translate for you, Miguel. It says.
My own.
It says in normal people speak, it says Hondas are terrible.
Okay.
Especially if you're 6'4". Sorry, I'm just kidding. Ooh.
Oh man.
Oh.
Yeah, when are they going to make a motorcycle for tall people?
Yeah.
They do.
Well, they do make them for tall people. They just don't make them for gigantors.
Hold on, they do. It's the KLR. You just got.
You know, it's always easier to cut a piece of the leg.
You just got to dump another $500 into it to make it.
You know, not everybody has a 92-inch inseam.
I love it. You watch those videos and they're like, this is a perfect bike for tall people. Anybody, 6'1", 6'2", it's a perfect bike. And I'm going, well, you need to add a couple of inches to that.
There you go.
Yep.
Well, so see, Cave Troll, that's what I mean. You can never do bike reviews because nothing would be fucking big.
Well, I actually had a guy. He was like on my review video of the Road Glide. He was talking about. I guess he bought the Star Venture, and he was just going off on how great it was and everything. And I'm just like, well, I test rode it, and it was not comfortable. I was cramped.
We are just huge motherfuckers. That's all. That's it. Me and Cave Troll, we need to start a joint channel about two giant motherfuckers test ride bikes.
How tall are you guys?
You can call it Sky High Balls.
Sky High Balls. I'm 6'5", and Cave Troll's what?
6'7".
6'7".
And Norman might ride with you too.
Sasquatch.
Yeah, Cave Troll has to bend over to walk through my door here at the house.
Yeah. Yep, 6'3" is that's enough. It's tall enough for me to not get a sport bike. That's what I.
You know what they say? Someone grow in height, someone grow into the front. So.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, we need to get together and rent some like Vespas or something.
No, we will kill him. Cave Troll, we will kill him.
Like I said, you better tie a string on him.
We will kill him.
Oh God.
It'd be about like a drum. Suppository.
Yeah.
Suppository. I just love suppositories that vibrate.
That's not called a suppository. That's a butt plug.
The middle ones you put in
I
the
don't know. I'm
refrigerator
just
first,
saying.
Or you could call that the KLR without a seat.
Oh my God!
I love that laugh. That was great.
I'm being so expelled from the bunch.
KLR 50.
Here comes Muzzle. You can try. Mike? Mike?
Yes.
Aha! He speaks. He's still alive. Oh my Bob. So someone spoke about Hondas.
Wow.
Boy. Come on. Where's my Raven? Son of a gun.
Raven is out in Arizona right now.
Yes, she is.
Oh, she's in Arizona.
Locked in a big box truck with three other guys.
You should know.
Trying to sneak back to Mexico.
You should know, Gopher, you traitor.
Holy shit.
No, if I was a traitor, Miguel, I'd be out there with her right now. Think about that.
Oh my God, I'm so killing that button. Oh man, I'm calling the guy from.
That's for you, Gopher.
I'll show you the other pictures one of these days, Miguel.
Yes, I'm still waiting for them.
No, I'm not going to send them to you. I'll show them to you personally.
Oh, even better, even
Yeah,
better.
you'll have to show up, because they won't let me leave the country.
Should I go over you, or are you coming here?
No, you're gonna have to come over here, Bubba.
Okay.
No, they won't let me have a passport or get on a plane out of country.
Okay. Let me catch the next U-boat, and I'll get
The
there
next
in
U-boat. Get on the next submarine.
Next submarine, baby.
Yeah, Portugal submarines. They're really cool. They have a skylight and a screen door.
We only travel by submarine. There's no other way. It's ocean all over the place, so we need to travel by submarine, and we have a lot of them. Small, but
So all the immigrants don't mess with the submarines.
No.
They're afraid of the water.
Yeah.
They come by boat, just like they do it in Italy.
Okay, what
Some
you
of
need to
them-
do is get in the submarine and have a target practice as they're coming across that little river or that little stretch of water there.
That's what I say every
I
time.
know.
That's what I say.
CT's got plenty of ammo for it, so you know.
CT, would you like to sponsor some trips?
Send a whole bunch of radioactive ammo over and
Just keep them coming here.
No. Non-radioactive ammo. Wink, wink.
yeah, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Wink, wink.
What about some
Green.
radioactive ammo?
Who needs some stuff for? He's going to all the immigration problems that's happening in Portugal right now. He's going to get in a submarine. He just needs some of your special ammo to shoot at him.
Well,
all they have to do is just let me go back in the military. I'll sit on the border with a mod deuce, and I'll take care of all the problems.
well, but don't overdo it, because we don't want to kill them. Okay?
Oh no, I do.
No. Just let them in. Let them in with the green stuff, so we can save on the public illumination. You see? So they walk around the streets, and we kill the lights, so we save energy.
Nah, I mean,
That's
you're talking to somebody that would be totally for the purge.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That was so sexy that it was electric. You know? Oh my god.
I already have a list just in case.
Oh, I got a couple.
I got a question for you. Do you have your mask already?
No, I don't have a mask.
Well, then you know.
I mean, I do have my freaking gator neck that turns into a mask.
There you go.
You already have anticorps that work, don't you? You work with that shit so many times. You just like Obelix.
You remember the thing they gave us in the army? It was pretty much just a giant tube that went around your neck.
Oh,
Keep
for
it off.
like, yeah, the gator. Oh, that's what they call it. But they don't call it that. It has a nomenclature name for it, I think.
Troll has a smiley face painted on his.
I mean, the donkey dick has a nomenclature too, but nobody knows what it is.
Well, yeah. Gator neck.
And for anybody that doesn't know what a donkey dick is, it goes into the fuel canisters so you can fill up from the jerry cans.
It's a slightly flexible device.
Yeah. It goes in there, you turn it around, and then it uses the pour. Yep.
Yeah, a whole lot of that don't ask, don't tell. A bunch of those disappeared into the showers.
Oh gosh. I know what a gator neck because I was out of Fort Stewart.
There's one right there.
Where? Oh.
See, I was in Germany, so
yeah, we didn't have the gator necks. We were, Fort Stewart, so we were that rep deployment out to the middle of the desert. So I didn't have. We had a little cold weather here.
Hey Matt, that wall is really getting into shape. Look at that. Have you been buying some stickers?
No, you have to around here. Nobody will send them to you, Mark.
Sexy man.
Now wait a minute. I sent
Miss
mine.
Moto.
Look at that.
She's sending them out. She's just recuperating.
Oh.
Two ATVs took care of me.
Matt, I bet you if you ask Mr. Motomattman to send you some stickers, he might.
I gotta deal with your
little
package.
M-Man?
Oh,
Yes, little man.
Moto.
nice.
I'll see about getting you some motomattman stickers.
Little Matt Man.
I really gotta get you some yellow to that. Oh my god. I gotta get you some yellow to that stuff.
You know, they should have put Kawasaki Versairs, the real motomattman.
The big M.
I'm sending you one note.
Too big.
Hey, I don't see any of those over here yet.
Yes. Well, I'm working with that.
That's what they all say. You know, you could probably take one of those vacations and turn it into a mailing session, and everybody would get something.
Well, soon, my friend. Not forgotten.
It's not like
you won't hurt your leg doing it, Overland. Your leg will be just fine. You can sit down and do it.
Yeah.
You'll get me there, or you'll get the package.
You can even get Madonna to lick the stamps. I'm sure she's not all dried up yet.
Well, she soaks well.
She soaks well. Is that soaks with a so or a suh?
No, she soaks like a sponge.
Yeah, I'll bet she's
pretty sure she could take it and wrap it around you.
I bet. Yeah. A whole lot of lip service there.
It's a whole lot of beef. That's a whole lot of beefaroni and beef
Let's just
jerky.
say we've been getting along.
Yeah. That's 4x4x4 skin.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm really surprised we haven't showed up on some Snowflakes channel.
Oh my god, somebody bashing us.
Yeah.
Oh, give it time.
It's not like between all of us we can't find them out all anyway. So
You really think that you're really surprised that we're not all crying about us? So see, there's a difference, people. None of us care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be hilarious though.
Can you imagine any of us getting butt hurt over that stupid shit anyway?
Oh no, I would laugh.
Yeah, no, what the hell?
I'd giggle. I'd giggle the whole time.
I'd text Cave Troll and Marshall and whine about it.
Well, I mean, you're carrying on about the lowercase m's. I mean,
Yeah.
At 6 o'clock in the morning.
Hey, what are we drinking?
4 in the morning.
Morning, guys. Morning.
Does he really text you that early?
Marshall started that one.
Yeah.
Can you believe what fucking motomattman's fucking doing now? Yes.
That little SOB.
He's taking my thunder.
That Junior's really pissing me off.
Hey, that's about the exact words there.
You let the mic
I
open.
would say we should make a bunch of videos about it, but I don't want to give him any
Oh no.
any attention.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I started to, and then
He's a decent enough guy.
Oh gosh.
The man that should not be named.
At least to me, he seems like a decent enough guy.
Can I mute Dante since it's his?
Dante's obviously bumping his head. We could probably hook him up with the loser, and they'd get together really well.
Hey, Matt. Just remember, I had the big mute.
Who has the big wrench? Dante's got the big wrench. But it's not a competition.
Not the size, it's the motion of the ocean.
That's what all those little dick guys say.
It's the size and the motion just helps you wreck it more. That's all.
Hey, you know what? Where's Ron C when you need him?
Ron C.
We need him to straighten us out right now. Get us back on track.
Oh no, that was Anthony, not Ron.
Oh, was it? Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I apologize.
I went and tried and watched a couple of his videos. He doesn't seem that liberal in his videos.
I don't think he is. I think that was just him joking around.
wow.
I
I made it.
his interview with Cave Troll.
There is absolutely no way to steer this train away from the lake. No way.
Nope, we're going straight head first.
We are going for a run into Wawa for real.
Did you steal that bus for us, Gopher?
Huh?
Wow.
Did you steal that bus for us?
No, dude, I love that bus. I wanted to. You should see the inside of that thing. Oh my gosh, I couldn't get into it. They wouldn't let me roll my scooter up in there.
Well, what he didn't realize is this is like the anti-vlogger hangout.
Well, that's what, like when I made that video and I did that like PSA about our hangouts. I was just like, we're the Island of Misfit Toys. We're all motovloggers, but that's about where it is.
That's a good way to put it, actually.
Like we talk about anything and everything except motovlogging.
Usually,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I put it as we're like a bunch of drunk people just hanging out, having
Yeah, but
fun.
we're not drunk.
Yeah.
speak for yourself.
We're just all a little crazy.
You don't even own a bike. Oh,
Oh, that's cold.
Well, according to the state of Ohio, it is.
come on. They're all
Well,
blind people working.
Oh,
there.
you still got the track too, don't you, Gopher?
Yeah.
He's still got
Oh, I got a whole wall full of motorcycles. I've probably got every one I've ever fell off of or been run over on.
Or at least a piece of it.
Yeah, a piece of it hanging on the wall out there.
he's still got velocity. He's got the Gopher. That's classified as a motorcycle.
Yeah, they're all licensed as bikes. But
So do the KLR, and just look at it.
well, I got a bunch of Suzukis. Well, okay, parts of Suzukis. I got a mess of Kawasaki's. Or parts of Kawasaki's. I don't have any Yamahas because, well, it's a personal thing.
It's personal.
It's okay. You can say it. Marshall's not here.
Yeah, I got a shit pot full of Cushmans and Cushman parts. Nothing runs except for the Gopher, so there we are.
I got a bunch of AMF parts, so I have no idea what it goes to originally.
Well, here's what you do. Remember what I told you. You just put them in a bucket, dump them in the carburetor. They'll all go where they belong.
Yeah.
If not, they'll just come out the other end and everything will be fine.
You just do it all over again. That's all.
Yeah, I got a bunch of female parts heavily used and need to be replaced.
Heavily used.
Well,
They worked on the wrong end.
There might be a line starting to test those out, so I'd be careful now.
Well, old bike was named Wrong Hole Rhonda.
Wrong.
What? It's the wrong hole. It's so,
It's not the wrong hole if you don't mind.
Well, yeah.
Well, if you change really fast, they don't know it until you're done.
Oh shit, they don't.
Well, let me tell you one thing. The tears don't come from the inside corner of the eyes. They come from the outside corners.
It's only the wrong hole if they start hitting you.
Yeah, they do.
Well, that's why you got to be from behind them. That way they can't. And you put her face up against the pillow, and she'll just try and keep getting away. But that backboard stops her.
That's what the headboard's for.
Well, 90% of the time they just go. Oh, wait a minute. I messed up. Never mind.
No. Sometimes they go moo.
Ooh.
Oh, it's good stuff. Oh, it's all good stuff.
Usually.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Motovlogger Hangout.
We ride everything.
Exactly.
And anything. It doesn't matter. We're not real picky.
Oh,
Come to Portugal, have the ride of your life.
I seen you chasing that entire flock of sheep one day, Miguel, so you can't say nothing.
Well, I'm editing the second part, and you'll have a lot of shit to watch. And you know, they lie a lot.
They lie.
A lot.
You know, I'm pretty sure that classifies as
Liars.
Gopher, watch that.
Meanwhile, the KLR, I hadn't
Rocket
heard
Durant.
KLR spoken in 5 minutes. So
That's a record.
Oh my God! What?
Oh,
the
I
heck
seen this
is
one.
this?
Mike ain't said
No
KLR
way.
in 5 minutes. So.
Is that, if that happened to be blue, I could have some word to say. You know, blue goats, goatish blue.
Goatee blue.
Oh,
there you got muted.
You're so sensitive.
Muted.
Mike is so sensible tonight. I don't know what happened. You're getting to that time on the year that's well, I don't know. Last year by this time you.
I can't hear a word
Come
you're
on.
saying.
He changed his name by this time of year last year, wasn't it? He doesn't. Oh, come
That's
on.
Mr. Muzzle Mike to you, Miguel.
No, the Mr. Reverend Muzzle Mike.
Got something right for once.
Always
Pope Mike.
Pope
No,
Mike.
Pope.
Pope
Not
Mike.
like you pissed me off.
Mike revs a lot.
I hope he knows.
He doesn't like little boys.
Mike revs a lot. Well, speaking about revs, I'm turning revs now because it's 2:15 in the morning where I am.
Oh,
I have to get up at 6. So
And actually go to work? Or are you
Yes,
leaving on vacation?
no,
You're supposed to
no,
leave
it's,
before you go
I'm
to bed.
actually working tomorrow.
Hey, it's new year. You got vacation all over again.
Yeah, well, in 2 weeks, I'll be going to Spain for 2 days.
Yeah,
Oh,
I hear sheep in the background.
I thought you said you didn't like Spain. Maybe that was France.
It's the
France?
same.
totally
No,
different.
no. What he said is
Same neighbors, so
I thought you didn't like Spain.
well, not that much. Well, I'm going on business. I'm going on a business trip. Not
Yeah, that's the tax deduction thing speaking right there.
no. It
He's going
really
off on the side,
is.
right?
He's going to the red light district.
That's in Holland.
He's gonna go be the one more play with the yellow shirt some more.
The yellow shirts. The
Yellow
shirts.
vests.
The yellow
Yellow
Are they
They're called
vest.
the
Are they
yellow
all out of
vests.
Molotov
The yellow
cocktails?
vest.
Did they use up all the supply you sent them?
What?
The Molotov cocktails, all the fire bombs.
Oh yeah. Working fine.
Okay.
Oh, did you see the latest video? Let's go for a ride.
No.
Came out with
No.
the
I don't-
stupid things he said.
No.
No.
Oh yeah, I did a video on the 5 stupid things he has said, and on the comments, people are said there's a lot more than that.
Five.
The comments are just a riot.
Actually, no. If there's a channel you guys want to watch, oh fuck, how do you say his name? Is it Time? How do you say his name?
THAM Tham's World.
Yeah, Tham. Oh my god, you need to go watch his Cycle Cruiser parody.
Yeah, this is hilarious.
I'm fucking about pissed.
Oh, I missed it. So where is this? I need to get a link.
Tham's World.
Here,
THAM.
I'll bring it up.
Yeah, please. I wanna see this.
And while he's pulling that up, Skip, you'll watch anybody, won't you?
it's not that. When I was looking at it and I sat there, I says 5 stupid things he said. He finally admits it, and I had to see that.
He should have said the top 5 stupid things.
Yeah, it was funny, and really, I enjoyed the comments. People talking back to him.
You
They were pretty good.
The comment section. What's wrong with you?
Oh no, the comments were good.
I always read the comments.
One guy put in there, "Is that all?"
I always read the comments. We never know when Mike comments and the Gopher comments and CT comments and Motomat comments.
Yeah.
And it's always fun watch their comments.
Now, he did this video in Grand Theft Auto.
Friendly. It's so friendly.
Here, I'll put it in the side chat.
Oh, man.
I can't see the side chat, so you'll have to give it to me later.
I'll give it to you later, baby. I'll do that.
You won't even recognize her.
And I was about to leave.
Watch it, Skip. If you see her motorcycle coming across the plains tomorrow morning, just lay down.
I'll look for the bandaged nose, right?
There you go.
Yep, bandaged nose. There you go.
Yeah, you can always say, "Look, the mummy's out."
Oh, no.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, who wants me to actually stream the video?
Sorry.
Fuck it. Go
That'd be
ahead.
fun.
All right. I mean, this is gold.
I'll watch before I'll go to sleep. But
Yeah, it's worth a watch.
okay.
Just don't talk, otherwise it'll go off stream.
I'll go. I gotta hit the sack. I gotta
Oh.
really.
Don't hit the wrong sack, but go ahead
well.
and go to sleep.
I'll try, but
All right.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So
He,
see you guys.
later.
I can smell it.
Streaming.
Oh,
I've seen it, so I'm gonna go check on the wife while you're watching it.
There you go.
Okay.
he's got to do a finger
Yeah.
check.
He called it Psycho Cruiser.
Nah, she's down her back. Oh.
Oh.
Well, he's already done it.
Okay, guys. See you next week then.
Take care, Miguel.
All right, take care,
Bye.
Overland.
Nice being here.
Hey,
again.
remember to send me the pictures.
Yeah, I will.
All righty.
I gotta do some Photoshop, but I will.
Oh, yeah, big booties. Yeah, the
saggy
big booties
boob.
out the reach me era.
See you next week. Nice meeting you, Mrs. Motoman.
Nice
TV.
meeting you too, sexy.
Okay. Oh, you liar.
Oh,
Fun.
she's had a lot of practice. It's all right.
Yeah, it's a lot of practice, just bye. Yeah.
Okay, see you next
Yeah.
week.
Next
Oh
week.
my God, that way I'm not living. Come on, stop it.
Next week, sexy. Why? Bye.
Don't get him excited. He's got to try and sleep.
Yes,
Bye. Bye.
I'm- I'll have good vibes now. Okay.
Oh.
Thank you so much.
All right.
See you next week.
Bye.
Ciao.
Okay. Now,
Where's the porn? I mean,
Right here.
Psycho
I got it.
Cruiser video. Okay.
all right, we're gonna go live.
These are my top reasons of why you should carry a gun when you ride a motorcycle. Let's go for a ride.
No, he didn't.
What the Psycho Cruiser, all-in-one bullshit channel.
All in one bullshit channel.
So today, guys, we're talking about why you should carry a firearm when you're riding. Me, I always carry a firearm when I'm riding. I'm a big toe. And when you're riding with the firearm, you don't feel so vulnerable all the time. You feel like you got power.
You got power.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, but Psycho Cruiser does a wheelie.
Like, Psycho Cruiser, you carry a gun when you're riding around on your motorcycle? All I can say is, yeah, guys, I carry a gun. I carry a lot of different kinds of guns. Let's take a look at what I carry here. Let's find a place to pull over. Take a look at what I'm packing. One thing I like to carry, guys, is just this trusty pistol. because it's got a silencer on it and a flashlight. And you never know when you'll need a flashlight. Also,
Can I wear your Santo Capra dress?
I wish this bitch would shut up.
Fine, I don't thank you. Stop bugging me.
Stop bugging me, bitch. I'm trying to film on a YouTube video. Alright, so I also
shit, that's great.
So I also carry this little submachine gun, which is good because it shoots a lot of bullets all at one time.
Oh wait, it gets
If you didn't know, I also like to carry this sniper rifle because you never know when somebody's going to be far away and you might have to shoot them. I also like to carry this homemade rocket launcher that I made out of cardboard. I put fireworks in it and watch them go up in the air and fire off like that. I also carry around some proximity mines just in case I want to toss them off the back of my bike on this 1,000 Suzuki triple R. Somebody might be behind you and you need to drop a proximity mine. Then if I ain't got that, I always got my trusty fist. I could just punch them in the face. But I recommend you pack a heat and carry a gun. One of the reasons I think you should pack heat when you ride a motorcycle is because it makes you feel like secure. You don't have to worry about shit. Nobody's gonna fuck with you when you're packing heat on a motorcycle. Like this person right here, I could pull out my gun, and if they see me, she on the phone. Reason number two, why you should pack heat, because when you get somebody on the phone, you can just make them stop like that. That's a good reason why you should pack heat.
What the fuck?
Oh, he's just getting started.
Oh, this is some cherry shit here, buddy.
He's just getting started.
And then you end up stuck at a red light. Oh, I hear signs now. Fuck this red light. Yeah, baby. Yeah, get on there. Get to the twisty.
Oh, this is golden.
Feel the power of this Suzuki triple R. 1 million.
1 million.
Feel the power of this 1 million triple R Suzuki. You know, sometimes people give me a lot of heat for riding this shit, Suzuki. But I kind of like my shit. It's all you really need. All you need is 1 million triple R. See, sometimes the police around here, they just crazy. Police are just crazy around here. They get on my nerves. Let's go for a detour. Some suburban food in here. Another reason I like to carry a gun is because when you see some douchebag like this, you can just point a gun at him and he'll go away. You never bother you again. You don't have to deal with the douchebag. There's a lot of douchebags in this city.
Douchebags in this city.
Why you should carry a gun? You ever run over people with your bike like that? That's a good chance of tearing up your bike. You know, because you see back in the day, you tear up your bike. That's why it's always best to carry a gun. Then you don't have to tear your bike up. That's why you should carry a gun.
Oh, this is fucking outstanding right here. This is fucking outstanding. I couldn't even do this shit. This is fun.
Let's say, for instance, your bike breaks down. You get out. And then you just get somebody's car, and you don't have to worry about it. You can just leave your bike broke down on the side of the road. I don't know what this lady's listening to. I ain't gonna take the car anyways, because I got my 1 million Suzuki triple R. Good power.
And a soda
Run and pop them in the back of the head. There's a bunch of douchebags out there, and nobody wants to mess with the douchebag. So I just take out the douchebag.
Just take out the douchebag.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, but see, Cycle Cruiser doesn't do wheelies. Oh, here we go.
Poor Dante's losing it.
Like I said,
Like the police here today might be trying to give me a ticket or something.
let me try to give me a ticket or something.
So if you like these videos, be sure to hit that bell, the subscribe button. Subscribe today.
Subscribe today.
Let me make this video, guys.
Let me tell you.
Have a good one. Yeah.
Let me tell you in this video. Shit.
You can't. You know what? That's an Emmy. That's an Oscar right there.
That's a fucking.
Yeah, that's sweet.
That right there.
Oh
That
my
right
god.
there was the best. I gotta go put comments on that video
Oh
immediately.
yeah. And anyone watching the feed, you gotta subscribe to that just because of that video. That's fucking amazing.
You know he saw it. You know he's seen it, right? You know Cycle Cruise has seen it, right?
I don't know.
Say it, Mrs. Moto. Say subscribe today.
Subscribe today. You know he saw it. He watched that video.
I'm looking through the comments. I don't see any of.
Oh, he saw it. His cronies said, his cronies, hey, you need some money doing you on a video. You gotta look. We were sucking your balls, so we gotta tell you everything that somebody does to you.
Everything.
Oh, yeah, that's how it goes.
That video wasn't ghetto enough. There was no high points in it.
He didn't say get some slide action.
He was going before the dirt bike.
Daryl took that saying over.
He didn't say he may have a fucked up day.
Yeah.
He missed that.
Yeah, he had a perfect opportunity for it too.
Yep.
You cops trying to give me a fucked up day.
Yep.
You ain't gonna take me alive, Papa.
All right, so it's our turn.
This bitch is on the phone.
I may do one.
This bitch is on the phone, so I'm just gonna pop. When he first did that, I said, "Oh my fucking god!"
Bitch is on the phone. Pull the gun out. Bitch, get off the phone. It's Cycle Cruiser does carry. He does carry.
Yes, he does.
Some bitch has faked a black accent just as good as Cycle Cruiser does. Holy fucking shit. What? What I say?
I know, I just said that was fucking amazing, dude. I was like, oh my god.
Dante losing his shit.
Oh my god.
I subscribed today.
You gotta say it without a B now, you guys.
Subscribe today.
Subscribe.
I can't do it. I can't make myself a zero.
Just don't use your lips. Say subscribe.
Subscribe.
Well, that's what's the problem right there. He's wore his lips out.
Ooh.
Today.
People just can't stop talking about
that video. I don't know. That video's only got 87 views. We need to get that thing more views.
I subscribed. I went over there and just thumbed up it and gave him a message. And
yeah, but no. We need to get this to blow up big enough for Cycle Cruiser to actually pay attention to it because
just start posting links. Just next video, just gets each one of us post a link in his goddamn video. Each one of the 10 people posted, you gotta see this, you gotta see this. I got the haters. I got the haters. Excellent watch.
You gotta see this.
Back on the weekend, grab the whole drawers and break it.
Wish they had a double out.
the Suzuki triple 1 million triple R.
Triple R.
That motherfuckers probably didn't even subscribe today.
There's Moto gonna keep on. I pissed myself laughing at her.
Oh God, if she does one, oh my God.
Well, we could go make a comment on the losers website and post in our comment the link to this video. If you really want some information,
Subscribe.
Today.
Subscribe right now. Don't wait.
Everyone hit the subscribe button now.
No, thank you.
Yesterday.
Help put my little kid through school.
Hey, who the hell's sleeping? Who slept through that? Who slept through that?
Oh, Dante, we don't know who would fall asleep during a hangout.
Yeah, who would do that?
Who would do that?
No,
Bust stitches in my fucking face.
No. I'll admit, I do fall asleep, but goddamn.
I don't know. Is it Muzzle Mike? You okay?
I'm fine.
No, I think
You've been awful quiet.
Yeah.
I think he woke up quick.
You've been awful quiet.
Oh, quiet because I sleep. That's what he said.
What? Mike, are you upset that Miguel's gone?
Oh, lost his friend.
He's got no one to mute now.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I do.
I can mute Matt if I want to.
Go right ahead.
I can do him again.
Well, we dropped down to 4 viewers, so I'm one.
Oh no!
I'm one of them. So probably must either thought it was hilarious or.
And I'm the other one.
I'm number 3.
So, yeah.
I'm number 2.
Go offline.
So we're gonna go ahead and end this live stream. Everybody come. Thanks for
Okay.
always we appreciate it.
Just remember,
Keep the rubber side down. Subscribe today. And when you pack it means you got power.
That's right.
You can shoot that bitch on the phone.
But some wordly advice: if you don't keep the rubber side down, your subscriber count goes higher.
Yeah.
That's right. And do everything to prevent having a fucked up day.
Yeah. Remember, guys, tragedy sells.
Yeah.
So there's big breasts and big, nice butts.
Literacy sucks.
Oh God! All right, we're gonna end this later.
Bye, everybody.
Subscribe, bitch.
Subscribe, bitch.